Let's discuss our spelling words for the week. First, we have 2 words, and actually all of our words are going to be words that sound the same but are spelled differently. And they will have 2 different meanings. So here we have that "an" sound, right? It's not a short "a" and it's not a long "a." So it's that "an" that we just kind of need to know. So we have "an," "t." Okay, and that one is just going to be like the little bug there. And then this one is also kind of a red word because this usually makes my cute little "aw" sound. But it is not. It's also making that "an" sound. So this one would be a red word. And "t." Okay, so it's kind of a silent letter in there. And that's like your mom or dad's sister. So we have aunt and aunt. Our next one, we have the "v" sound for all 3 of them. The air. Okay, so this first one is definitely a red word because you hear that long "a" sound. And there's really nothing in there making a long "a" sound, right? You would think E would make the A say A. Excuse me, E would make the A. E would make the E say E, but it's not there. You don't hear the sound. So all of this is definitely a red word, okay? THERE. And this little picture kind of helps me if something's there, here. You'll see the word here and that word there, okay? So if you can point there, here, this is the one you are looking for. Okay, same thing. We hear that long A sound there. We don't hear quite the sound there that we see. We also have this is kind of a long A sound, like reindeer A there, but it's just kind of another red word we need to know, that we hear the long A sound. When it's THEIR, you want to think of ownership. You're owning that's their house, okay? So sometimes that helps remembering that there's an I. It might be my house. I live there. It's ownership. There, okay? And this there has the red word they, and then the RE is what are was, right? They are. It's a contraction, right? We took out the A and we put in the apostrophe, right? So they are coming over, or we would say they're coming over. They are. Okay, those are those 3 theirs. Now we have break and break. This first one is a nice spelling pattern that we know, right? He makes the A say a, ache. Okay, and that's like one of the car, or you used your bike brake. You need to stop. You need to use that brake. Okay, and this one there is a few other words like steak and great that the EA will make this long A sound, but it ends up being a red word because usually EA makes me a long E sound, like eat. So this ends up, on our red word list because it is making the long A sound there. Okay, break. And this break, this break here is like stopping something, right? We stopped school, we had school, we stopped school, we went back, we had a winter break, okay? If you're stopping something or you're breaking something apart, you're using BREAK, break. Good. Our next one are your and your. This is definitely a red word because you might hear ya, or you might hear that or sound. And we have this ow sound that we usually say. So this is definitely a red word we have to remember. YOUR is ownership. That's your house. Use your pencil. What's your name? That's the one you will use. And then, like I said, this red word, you. But then we have R to make that contraction your. We take out that A and then we put that apostrophe in for the A. You are coming over or you're coming over. Good. Beat and beat, our next one. This beat is like our EE spelling pattern, like our keyword beat. So this is quite fine. And the meaning for this beet is the food. One of those vegetables are a beet. And then our next EA spelling pattern is also fine. You might see eat in that one, like your keyword eat, beet. But this one's not the one you eat, which would make kind of sense, wouldn't it? But this beat is like you have the pictured here, your heartbeat, right? Something that happens regular, nice steady heartbeat. Or of course, then they have a music note. You'll hear those beats in songs. And then also my picture here is if you won something, right? You beat the other team, okay? Those are the meanings of beat. To beat and beat. Good. Next we have sail and sail. We've seen this spelling pattern. Like our keyword ain. So it does make the long A sound. Sail in the middle of the word. And that sail is like a sailboat. And for our next sail, we have the vowel consonant E. E makes the A say A for sale, right? If something's on sale, it's usually cheaper. Okay, so those two sails, sail and sail. And our last words that sound the same, spelled differently, we have bear. You can kind of hear, yeah, that long A sound there, right? Bear. Good. You might also see the arc, the R, right? But it's not bar. My word is bear, okay? And then also we have, once again, bear. This is kind of making a different sound. They're kind of like those, that grate and steak. And what we had break, so bear. Good. We don't have the R bar sound in there. It's going to be bear. Good. And that's like one of the animals, which I didn't go over. This top bear, I have a picture of the bare feet, right? Nothing's on it. Or maybe a bare wall. There's nothing hanging on the wall. So nothing, bare. Or bear, we've talked about this, how much you can lift, how much you can bear. Maybe you have a strong table or something can bear a lot of weight. Or here this person can carry and lift a lot, can bear a lot. And get the number 15, this is the animal bear. So those two different bears. And then our red word, the first one, right, we usually have all spelled with A-L-L, but it's not at the end of a short word, so we're not going to use A-L-L. So we have all, most, and we'll divide right there like we do. But like we said, just that one L to remember, and this is just a long open syllable, even though we have consonant, vowel, consonant. So almost, okay. Mitt, this is nice to have this word when it's nice and cold outside. But usually if we have that short vowel, short word, we do double it in our floss rule. But if you remember, our floss rule does not have a double T. So mitt is one. We have to remember that we need to use the floss rule, right? If you bit something, you don't double it there. Or if something might fit just right. So for whatever reason, mitt, we do though double that T, okay? Good. Same thing with kind of number 16. Oops. Vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. There's the long A sound. Can divide in between there. And like I said, we're not going to put A-L-L for always because it's not at the end of the word. That's when we use the A-L-L for always. Good, and also with already. I hear the short sound there, and that Y is making the long E sound. Good, to already. Good, and we're not using that double L. That's something to remember there as well. And true. Good, and this, we'll see some of these oo sounds, right? There's quite a few oo sounds. We don't spell it like that. We don't spell it like that. And we surely, not the UI. So it's just kind of reminding us that this word that we use a lot, true, spelled with that U-E spelling pattern. Good. There's our spelling words for the week. Well, I did add in our bonus to help us out. We have close and close. So this one is making the long O sound. And it's not E making the O say O, because we have two consonants there in the middle there. So we just have to kind of remember that one. And that's like the clothes that we wear. And this one does quite look kind of fine, right? It's a long O sound, vowel consonant E. And if you take a look there, right, the S is in between the two vowels. So it's making that Z sound, close, close, and close. Good, like this one's like if you open and close your eyes, open, close something, close the door. Good.